It is not ideal to discuss Galaxy 4 because most of the serial was junked. I think only the third episode here is available. There's not much to say here. It seems like there's some interesting art design into this production. The storyline seems like some thought went into it, perhaps to no avail. I'd like to read out now about the conception and writing of this serial. There's not much I can do here, I'm afraid. This was a difficult serial to assess, but it seems a cool idea, at least. Well, essentially, this serial is about the encounter these species called the Dravens. There's also the Rills. Both these species have crash landed, and they're in conflict with one another. And they both want to escape the planet. It's set to explode. That's the cliffhanger of this episode, actually, when the Doctor reveals they've only got 1 day left. And the leader of the Dravens does not want the Rills to join them in their survival. So yes, school teacher's conception and writing is this. School teacher turned screenwriter Williams Emms, a science fiction fan and avid Doctor Who viewer since its beginning in 1963, submitted an unsolicited story idea to producer Verity Lambert and story editor Dennis Spooner in early 1965. His idea was to show two conflicting races, one beautiful and one ugly, and flip convention by making the beautiful race evil. Spooner commissioned Emms to write the serial and then named Doctor Who in the Chumbleys on the 1st of March 1963, with a script due date set for the 15th of April. In mid-April, Spooner's successor Donald Tosh began working on Doctor Who and handled the bulk of the rewrites for Emms scripts. Spooner departed in mid-May. Emms disliked the amendments, which had included the reduction of the 4 main cast members to 3, and replacing the role of Barbara Wright, who had departed the previous season, with Stephen, which he felt made little sense as Stephen was a trained astronaut, would not allow himself to become trapped in an airlock. That's a great point. Donald Tosh ought to have known that. The show's cast were also unhappy with the script, and Hartnell and O'Brien thought that the dialogue and behaviour were inconsistent with their characters, and Purvis felt that his dialogue was not changed enough from the original script of Barbara. That's probably true. No, yeah, definitely. According to Emms, Hartnell's role in the show was threatened if he did not follow the script. Like, Stephen's acting, like, Stephen's kind of like, you know, like, cocky and, like, kind of, like, smarmy and, like, sarcastic and, like, the time meddler, and here he's, like, very, like, I'd say he behaves like a bit like Ian might have, rather than Barbara might. I guess because Ian and Barbara had the kind of similar personalities, being school teachers. But yeah, interesting. Galaxy 4 was the penultimate serial of the show's second recording block, which had begun with the second season's The Rescue alongside the following episode, Mission to the Unknown. Galaxy 4's broadcast was pushed to open the show's third season, although Lambert was credited as producer for Galaxy 4. Her successor, John Wiles, who had joined the program in early June 1965, was effectively responsible for the show during its production. Mervyn Pinfield, an experienced BBC figure who acted as the show's associate producer from its origins to January 1965, was originally assigned to direct Galaxy 4. Pinfield had most recently directed the Space Museum in 1965, but was given a larger budget for Galaxy 4. He was also assigned to direct Mission to the Unknown, effectively combining the two stories in a single 5-week production block. Soon after production commenced, Pinfield's failing health prevented him from continuing. Lambert brought on Derek Martinus to replace Pinfield. Martinus had recently completed the BBC's internal director's course and had no previous experience leading a television production. Having only seen a few episodes of Doctor Who, Martinus reviewed some of the previous stories of Lambert. He found them disappointing, which shocked Lambert, but stated that he wanted to aim for higher standards. Pinfield was still actively directing as Martinus began, and continued to work alongside him throughout the first week. After Pinfield's departure, Martinus prepared his own camera scripts for the studio production. Galaxy 4 was Pinfield's final work for Doctor Who and the BBC, though he remained uncredited on the broadcast version. He retired from active television production shortly thereafter. That's all it's worth probably sharing here. It's hard to assess part 1 of this Galaxy 4 serial. It is what it is. Cliffhanger's kind of cool, as I said.